stumbled across a recording while I was cleaning him. He says he belongs to someone called Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, we're good. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Bismo Show. I've had a very long day, as you can tell. But anyhow, we are live now and ready to go. So yeah, the Bismo Show every Thursday, 8 p.m. CST. And my word, do we have a lot to talk about in today's stream. My word. Hello there. Hello there. What's up, Coffee on Corwin, Icy Stormy, Take a Break, Mate, Jello, Nate Kirk. Yeah, I'm keeping the music on. If we get copyrighted, we get copyrighted. Is the music too loud, though? I'm curious about. Let me know if you want me to turn it down a bit. I can turn it down, though. Yeah, make sure to drop a like in the stream. It really helps out the channel for collaborations if you want to appear on the show and stuff, or just things you want to share with the show. Just have that. Okay, yeah, turn it down a little bit. bismoshow@gmail.com. But yeah, Ahsoka episode 6. I mean, you see my background. We have a lot to talk about other than Ezra and Sabine. There's so much in this episode, and I just want to get into why. I made this in the community tab. I wrote on there that I said, Ahsoka is my favorite live-action Star Wars show, and I just want to get into why. Because this episode, there was kind of a lot writing on this episode for me to follow up after episode 5, and all we got there. Is there something? What's going on? What? Am I not live? Like, what is this? This my connection's fine. What is going on here? Coming through fine on your end? What's going on, YouTube? What? What? Yeah, it looks fine to me. So some people can see me? And others can't? Yeah, I'll decrease the music. Bro, why is streaming... Streaming is so difficult. It randomly ended for you? That's really weird. I've got 7,000 upload, and it's been like that this whole time. Well, thanks YouTube for trying to get in my way. Rain on the parade. It's so weird. It does look like it's still like stuttering on the screen. My entire screen is orange? What? Hold on, give me a second. I'm gonna check on my device. What is... Bro. I mean, it looks fine for me. I don't know what you guys are on about, to be honest. But it's nothing like live streaming to come into some technical difficulties. Coffee. I will say, I mean, since you're kind of hanging in chat, if you wanted to hop on spontaneously tonight at some point, feel free to. Nerd out on Ahsoka episode 6. But am I good on your guys' end? Because there's a lot to talk about, and I don't want this to get lost to the void. Like, are the frames fine? Like, am I all good on here? Get some confirmation. But it's still kind of buffery. I'm not having any lag on my end. Really good now. Find out. Sounds good. Okay, I guess we're good. But yeah, drop a like on the stream. Really helps out. Ahsoka episode 6. I mean, the amount of reveals we get are insane. Absolutely insane. I mean, I will say we start off the episode. I didn't really know how much we'd be getting because, you know, we're on the Eye of Sion ship. It was a little mysterious, a little slow at first. Don't really know what we're going to be getting into. And then from there we get to Peridia, and it's revealed that the space whales, the Purrgil, get sent there, or they go back there to die. And I found that really intriguing. It almost reminds me of salmon, how they return to the spot they were born to breed and then die. I think that's kind of how it might work there. It'd be really interesting. It's still like buffering. I'm so confused. I'm sorry, I'm just getting distracted here. Dude, it's not set up? Yeah, no worries. No worries. Yeah. Where do I even start, bro? This episode is like a dream come true to me. It is an absolute dream come true to me. I mean, the last episode was too, for different reasons, but this one, we're bringing in reveals of characters we've seen in the past and we haven't seen for 10 years. It's crazy. You know, seeing Ezra, the Thrawn reveal was crazy. And at the same time, we're establishing a whole new galaxy and showing how it's different. We get different species, the, you know, wolf puppy things, even the turtle hermit people, and then Ezra, just so Star Wars-y feel. And at the same time, it's like a murder mystery. It's like, you know, what's going on with this planet Peridia? Why does everyone want to leave? Why does Thrawn want to leave? And then Balin and Shin got their own storyline going at the same time. Basically, the EU in live action. Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. And I have some predictions as to what I think the last 2 episodes might end up being. What's up, Kirsten Allen? But yeah, I really... There's just so many subtle things. I've had to rewatch this a couple times, and I will rewatch it even again. That's what makes Ahsoka so good. Other Star Wars shows, a lot of them, I can't really rewatch, to be honest. Or at least, like, I don't want to as much. I mean, some Mando, yeah. Some of Book of Boba Fett. We're like 10 minutes into that episode, right on the planet where they've landed, and we just see like the 3 wolves howling in the background. I'm like, oh my gosh, is that a call to Ezra and the wolves? And I don't know, I think that's up for interpretation. Obviously, like, they're different on this planet, but still, when I saw them, like, we are going to be in for a lot this episode, which was absolutely wild to see. And we see Sabine trying to use the Force again. And just then when you think she's actually using it, what do we get? Bum, bum, bum. The crazy reveal of Thrawn's Chimera. Bro, are you kidding me? It looked awesome. Straight out, like, homage to A New Hope. I didn't even talk about the beginning part, which was a nice bonus with Ahsoka and Hu Yang. Some fun dialogue in there. I mean, it's like out of a dream to start an episode how they did, where they ended off and just say, in a galaxy far, far away, and then we cut, like, are you kidding me? And then they throw shade to... it sounds like there's... Ahsoka was saying that the prequel is best, but I don't know. I'm a prequel fan. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, we've got 2 episodes left, though, with all this going on. I gotta say, I've known about... Like, I had known about the stormtroopers, like the zombie stormtroopers, for over a year, but I didn't know what they would actually end up looking like. And when they were just starting to chant it, Thrawn, 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 and just ours the actor who plays Thrawn, how he embodies Thrawn, just the way he does so little, yet shows so much, articulates so much through his subtle motions as Thrawn. Thrawn is a presence in nature. It's not what he does, too physically, but just something about the confidence in his strides. And when we first see him, you just know that things are serious. And at the same time, something feels off about this Thrawn. Something feels a bit off about this Thrawn. He took the loss the last time he's had a real battle against Ezra, and has been in exile, and he's been hanging out with dead stormtroopers and witches for 10 years. So something's a little off. He's got a couple screws loose in there. So I'm interested to see how that impacts, but he's much more serious now, even more cutthroat than he was in Rebels. Like, reading the canon Thrawn books, he's on, you can root for him kind of as a good guy. He's pretty fair, and he'll do what it takes to win, but he doesn't commit like war crimes, or he still cares about his, comrades per se. And this, he's like, Shin and Balin, if they get lost or die versus Ezra and Sabine, it makes no difference to me. That's not our main objective. Oh, I want to know what Thrawn and Ezra were doing these 10 years. Yeah, I think that's what we all want to know. I'm really curious how Ezra's been able to kind of hide out on the same planet and avoid them. I mean, obviously, these people, but it would still be like, how do they separate? Dan, what's up, Dan? Thrawn is very intimidating live action. So good, though. He made it perfect. 100%. That presence is felt on screen as soon as he gets there. And the lines that he delivers, Lars delivers. I mean, having the same voice from Rebels and even the audiobooks, I believe, I want to say from audiobooks, but that, Rebels Thrawn coming in, and we just get that transition. Could not be more perfect. And yeah, it's kind of creepy. Enoch, that Enoch character, the golden stormtrooper. I'm curious, like, is he alive under the mask? Is he a force sensitive? Is there more to him, or is he just kind of like one of Thrawn's, close assassins? Like, it's his, captain of his guard, but is there more to him, right? Yeah, the music was absolutely perfect, and the audio of this is just so important. Thrawn was unbelievable. Yeah, Dan the man, perfect. What's up, Rushblade? I love the episode. Oh my gosh, it was incredible. Yeah, so rewatchable. And beyond like the bad guys storyline, Sabine is kind of left out so that she can go, or let out so she can find Ezra, presumably, so they can finish him off. And Enoch, I think, like, out of honor, they give Sabine her weapons. They probably don't expect her to survive or anything, but I like this, like, honor dynamic. Like, take your weapons, you're gonna need them. But it kind of, it's like a trickle effect. I feel like still Thrawn has honor, even though he does what it takes to win, but he still respects his opponents. That's why he takes trophies like Hera's heirloom, her Calicorum. My word. And just the knowledge he has, like, as soon as Balin's skull is mentioned, just knowing, General Balin's skull of the Jedi Order, formerly, yeah, die well. And of course, Sabine, she's off on her own, searching for Ezra. She fights off some of these bandits and all that. And then we get the reveal of the best casting decision I have ever seen from I mean, I guess that's pretty bold to say, but to not have the voice actor and not look like him, Emin Esfandi is the absolute perfect Ezra. Sounds like Ezra, looks like Ezra's dad, an older version. Got the Space Jesus beard. And just the body movements along with the voice, it's just so Ezra. And I think their meeting is perfect too. Some people are saying, we need to see more emotion. I think we will get more emotion between them. This moment was very heartfelt for me, and I gotta say, I may have shed a tear or so. Keep hugging all that. But Ezra Sabine, they're always kind of been jokesters, so more casual in their lingo and their conversations. I think it could have been 30 years and they might say something like that, just how they open up more casually, just to cracking some jokes on. What's up, Dontrell Mayfield? Without a doubt, yeah. I think we're still in for some potential deeper moments between them, like deeper on the emotional level. And I'm not gonna say that Ezra Bean is completely out of the window. There's still a chance, but Emin Esfandi, my word. Dan says that reunion was perfect. Sabine reacted like we all did seeing Ezra after so long. Yeah. Especially like just rewatching Rebels up to this, it's like, oh, I want to see Ezra. I want to see Ezra. And to finally get him on screen, and it's not like we're episode 8, 2 seconds, and that's what we get. And to know we're gonna have a lot more time in these next 2 episodes, we're in for such a treat. It's gonna be so fun. And yeah, next episode, Shin and Baylan. Are they going to be fighting against Sabine and Ezra? Dontrell says, I know it very well, and I'd never stop and believe it. One thing I love is how massive the Chimera is. Yeah. That reveal completely out of A New Hope, playing homage to the New Hope that just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Oh boy, the way Ezra returns is absolutely unbelievable. 100%. Yeah, Star Destroyers are huge, and it was cool to see how they use like the witch magic and the materials. This golden material seems to be that of this new galaxy, and they patched up the Chimera with that. It looks like one of the hyperdrives was still kind of messed up, but rustic and archaic, and it's those little details. I mean, those are big deals on the Chimera because the Chimera is big, but on Thrawn's uniform, you can see like stitch marks and some cuts on his uniform, showing, it's been so long out of real civilization in this new galaxy, and it's a bit messed up. And beyond being serious and dark, we get the Star Wars that, for me, like, ultimately Star Wars is kind of for everyone, and throwing in that more playful kind of kid element, whether it be with Sabine with her wolf dog thing. I forget, somebody help me in chat, I keep forgetting the name of this new species. And then the turtle people, the turtle hermits, really nice nice for the kids, but it's just fun. Like, I'm not gonna sit there like, oh, that's stupid. No, like, that's what Star Wars needs, a little bit of playfulness here and there. And this is still overarchingly a dark episode, a scary episode. The Night Sisters creep me out. The Howler? Yeah, the Howler, yeah. Enoch is the only trooper without the Night Sisters cloth holding him together. Yeah, I'm really curious what's under this mask. Like, is this going to be like a Force-sensitive, like, Sabaoth type character? Is there more to him? I'd like to see him in combat. Called Howler. And the turtle people are called Noki. Okay. Yeah, I like the Noki. They kind of stay on target. Talking about this, but they it definitely remind me of like hobbits, like especially the Rings of Power. Recently, how they portray the Hobbit or the hobbits. They hang out in an area for a little bit, then pack and go, kind of on the move, kind of hiding in their smaller, very Hobbit-like, and that ultimately that's what good filmmakers do. You create something new, but at the same time, you take from things that work. Taking from The Hobbit, taking from Kurosawa, these samurai films. Dave Filoni knows what he's doing, and I think he is really... I mean, I've liked every episode of Ahsoka so far, but I can tell, like, the past 3 episodes have really, past 4, but like past 3 episodes have been really fleshed out. But Ahsoka just does something so good, and it finds a balance between playing on characters we know, the nostalgia factor, while bringing in something new and mysterious. I want to know more about Shin and Baylan and what Baylan is up to. What is this new mystery on this planet? What is the Force stronger? What's this power that Thrawn and the Night Sisters fear that want to leave this wasteland? So much fun to talk about. Peak Star Wars indeed. Night Sisters are legit. Yes. Morgan Elsbeth definitely looks like a pawn compared to these new ones. And I thought it was so funny how they just used those like 3 magic things to direct Sabine into her cell. And all of Thrawn's dialogue is so interesting. And being someone that's read the canon Thrawn books, we did a quiz before all these Ahsoka streams on the Thrawn books. And in one of the Thrawn books, Thrawn actually, we find out that Thrawn has interacted with Anakin Skywalker and Vader. And it's pretty confident that Thrawn linked up and knows who they are. If anyone would be able to figure it out, Vader was Anakin, it would have been Thrawn. But with Ahsoka now coming, and he's never heard of Ahsoka, asking about who is her master. Really interesting how Thrawn is going to use that to understand Ahsoka better by knowing her master and everything else. Strategize for the fight to come in these next 2 episodes. We've got 3 days, and I think the first day is up, or the first rotation or whatever. I think this next episode is going to be... I mean, these next 2 episodes, I think, are going to be really action-packed. I think both of them. Love Baylan and Shin for sure. I'm really curious, though, what they end up doing with Baylan's character. Does he make it out of this season alive? Will Shin turn on him? Or, it doesn't sound like Shin really wants to be on this quote-unquote wasteland. Will she leave? The mother is the witch. The mother is the witch, is whatever you want to call them, and they creeps me out. Yeah, the Night Sisters... Called Sabine, it might be she's getting force sensitive. Yeah, I mean, they say Sabine reeks of Jedi. I mean, that's clear that Sabine is getting there, right? From episode 4, 5, and 6 is a slam dunk. Yeah, this 4, 5, and 6, I don't think there's been 3. I can say this confidently. 3 back-to-back-to-back crazy good high level Star Wars, just episodes, film episodes, TV show episodes, whatever you want to call it. I think of Mando season 2, episode 6, amazing. Episode 8 of season 2, amazing. Episode 7, mid, like mediocre. Mando's kind of touch and go at times, but Ahsoka, if episodes 1 and 2 are starting out slow, which I just don't think that. I mean, episode 3 we get Ahsoka in space. Episode 4, great episode all around. Episode 5 we get flashbacks and hit with the nostalgia and advance Ahsoka's character further in a meaningful way. We get things out of video games, literal video games on screen, that what if type scenarios. Like, are you kidding me? And then we get a whole new galaxy the episode after that. And all this mystery and Thrawn and Ezra? Yeah. I have a feeling Shin will probably turn to the light side. Yeah, to kind of go off of that, I'm curious, because will Shin and Sabine kind of sense that and figure out that Thrawn doesn't really care about them and there's nothing for them? So what if they team up with Sabine and Ezra to potentially work in the time being to stop Thrawn? Or are they just going to be kind of the X factor, They fake team up, or they're in the middle and just do whatever benefits them. I think that's probably where they're at, more dark Jedi mindset, whatever benefits them, not necessarily a side. And that's that difference between Sith and dark Jedi. Sith, yeah, are selfish, but they're selfish to their cause, and they want the Sith to succeed ultimately, whether they are killing a master or not. Well, the dark Jedi, they're selfish. They think for themselves. All the episodes of an amazing... Yeah, they're all... I think I like them all. It's just episodes 4, 5, and 6. Like, anyone can debate me. I just don't... I wouldn't even waste energy on it, because like 4, 5, and 6 are just so amazing, so great. I can see some issues here and there in 1, 2, and 3, but I don't got issues with episodes 4, 5, or 6. It's peak. Best 3 back-to-back Star Wars episodes ever. And we're not in the finale, in the end zone. And I've got some predictions. I feel like I don't know what's going to happen next episode, but I really have a strong feeling as to what's going to happen in the last episode. Like, I have a prediction on that. Yeah, I totally agree with that. It says Dan, mega rewatch value as well. Yeah, and with the strike, and there's going to be a lacking of Star Wars content for a while. What better show to come out to give us something to just rewatch and fill that Star Wars need? Like, I'm guessing we're going to be left off with, you know, a cliffhanger to some extent. And for those of you tuning in, I'm going to give you guys my thoughts of what's gonna happen. This is just a prediction, no spoilers, but from what the original or some of the trailers for Ahsoka before the start of the season, we get those lines recorded of Anakin saying, like, in this war you'll be fighting more than droids, and that, right? We haven't gotten that in this yet. So my prediction is there's gonna be a lot that happens from now. I'm going from point A to point B. There's a lot that happens in between. I'm just going right to the end here of this. I think Thrawn is gonna make it out and get to back to the main galaxy, and the good guys are gonna feel defeated, like everything is wrong. And then I think our final scene of the season, I think we're gonna get Anakin Skywalker, Force Ghost, come to support and comfort Ahsoka and the good guys, and basically tell Ahsoka in her another moment of defeat that, you know, there's going to be a lot in this war ahead, but you can do it. You know, it's not just battle droids anymore, but it's up to you. And that would be such a fun and optimistic way to end it and leave us on so much to speculate as well. That's my prediction. Thrawn makes it out, and we get another Anakin scene as a Force Ghost this time, just simply because we haven't seen or heard seen those lines yet. What do you guys think? I want to hear your thoughts. What's going to happen in this next episode? Like, will Sabine and Ezra fight Shin and Baylan? Are they going to team up, or is it going to be something else? A rumor warning. A rumor that one of our heroes gets left in the new galaxy. I could see it happening. Honestly, I wouldn't be like, it would be sad if somebody gets stuck in the new galaxy, but I still want to know more about this new galaxy. Like, will Shin and Baylan kind of stay behind? I want to know more about the powers here and how it can play into the more integral part. Now, the question is, though, if the Purgles come back to their birthplace to die, how do they get back if it's not on the Eye of Sion and the Chimera? Is it baby Purgle? Because they gotta, you know, I don't think it's been established yet, but my salmon theory that the Purgle are born in this new galaxy, they travel intergalactic travel to the new galaxy, so they feed and do stuff there. I think that there must be more resources for them to, like, feed off of and eat in the galaxy we know. And then once they've been living for a while and they've fed on enough of energy supplies, they come back to the new galaxy, to this breeding ground, which is also a death ground, similar to salmon. Based on Shin's looks in this episode, I think she's most likely going to team up with Ezra and Sabine. That could be fun. And then they just fight Baylan, and that's how he dies. That could be interesting. Baylan is such a wild card. I could see a battle between Baylan, Shin, Sabine, and Ezra. I could also see a team up at some point as well. Yeah. What if, like, they're mid-fight and all of a sudden they hear, like, the Chimera, like, revving up, and they're like, "He leaving me behind?" Interesting, man. I'm just excited for the next episode, and then we know we're going to get a heart with Sabine and Ezra. Yeah, that's the thing. Sabine kind of, I will say, Natasha, the Sabine actor, I think she did a much better job this episode, and the arc she's kind of playing, she's not being honest with herself, and she's kind of making some mistakes, or interpreted as mistakes, I guess, from, like, Ahsoka's perspective. I mean, she gives them the map that gets them here, and now she finds Ezra, and she's still withholding the truth from him. There's gonna be some tension in their relationship. It's gonna be tested here in this coming episode when that truth kind of comes out that Sabine did that. I want to see how Ezra reacts. Will he be calm, cool, and collective, or will we see some darkness come out of him? I really don't think there's any darkness in Ezra. I mean, look at him. Wouldn't that be wild? I think he is the hero and the Jedi we know and love, and I think he's gonna be more powerful than ever. Like, he hasn't had a lightsaber, but that's given him a lot of time to perfect his Force and use the Force to rely on it more. His Force powers gotta be crazy. So you think they're gonna fight? Yeah, I could see it, but like, what if a mid-fight? Enemy of my enemy is my friend. Yeah, 100%, Dan. 100%. Whew. Yeah, I gotta be honest with y'all. It's definitely been one of the busiest weeks I've had, probably of the year, the entire year. It's tough because like I want to make so many more videos for you guys and get out more content for y'all. Just been so dang busy, but it's nice to be able to hang out with you guys in the chat. That's why I like these Thursdays, and I want to keep consistent with them every Thursday around this time and just kind of hang out. You know, usually we have guests on and we nerd out, but definitely want to integrate chat more and just kind of hang out with you guys. Anyway, and his friend Ka Cinema, if that's how you say him, not exactly darkness, but he will likely be pissed. Yeah, he could be upset. What if he you know, just sees from maybe, you know, in a weird, well, not a weird way, but potentially him figuring that out could actually advance Ezra being, because he's like, wow, Sabine did all this just to get to me and risked everything. I could potentially get them closer. What if, you know, there's a tension between them and all of a sudden they kiss? Like Han and Leia. A little bit of tension on Hoth. And they kiss in the heat of the moment. The heat of the action. That's kind of what I wanted from Bo Din. And I'm hoping for, like, in the movie, like, Bo-Katan and Din are in this crazy fight. In the Heir to the Empire movie or whatever. And boom. Boom. At the very least, he's probably gonna go, what the criff were you thinking? Bantha Fada. Oh, man. I want to pull up. I'm gonna pull up the all right, we're gonna read off this rumor warning that Rushblade says. Ezra and Sabine are fighting alongside each other. She's using the lightsaber. He's using the Force and animals. Yeah, and this is potentially a spoiler warning. I kind of want to talk about it, but it's so cool. But I've said this in the past, but that saber is not Ezra's saber anymore. And they say this, and they established this in the show by episode 2. That is Sabine's lightsaber. Ezra will not be using a lightsaber, and I think he's going to be kicking butt with the Force. Ezra says Sabine is a sight for sore eyes. Yeah. I wonder if these next 2 episodes are going to be like Man of Season 2 or Episode 7. The first part episode is the second part. Oh, yeah, definitely. I would argue that Ahsoka, I mean, it's just parts 1 through 8. This is one congruent story. We have no filler, and that's why I love it. This is just one congruent story. The first episode starts with the map. The second episode, you know, they're opening up the map. The third episode, they're building the ship, getting the coordinates on its sense. Fourth episode, they blast off. They blast off as episode 4. It's just all one congruent story. But yeah, I think well, yeah, certainly would be kind of like that. I see that. Welcome back, Kiri. Yeah, and Ezra's always had this connection with animals, and obviously he's made new friends on here, but how will that play into episode? Chicken noodle soup? Not too bad. I had spaghetti tonight. I know that's Icy's favorite meal. Actually made a ton of spaghetti yesterday, so I'm just not cooking. I didn't cook today, just leftovers, and I won't be cooking tomorrow. And who knows, maybe even the next day. Been so dang busy. Yeah, spaghetti. But I actually kind of want to pull up episode 6. And I'll do it in a way so we don't get copyrighted, hopefully. And I just kind of want to like kind of full breakdown. I know we've talked about a lot of the episode, but I'm just going to pull it up on the screen. And I'll just pause it in parts. So it'll just be like a slideshow. Oh.
I saw it through.
Oh! Accidentally hit play for a second. But go over that. I've got subtitles on. I'm gonna mute it. I don't get dinged. Monitor. Yeah, there we go. And I'm still on the screen. Perfect. So, yeah. Don't try this at home, kids. Yeah, this was just a fun dialogue scene with Ahsoka and Hu Yang, and then I want to find where. Yeah, this was very interesting. Yang saying, you know, what if Sabine actually made the right choice and it was the Force guiding her to fall to Ezra? What if I'm certainly playing with fire. What if finding Ezra is more beneficial to her destroying the star map? What if they were gonna get to Thrawn anyway? Because realistically though, what was Sabine gonna do in that situation? There's Force users behind in the back of her. If she tries to destroy it, she's just gonna end up getting killed. And I mean, I don't know. I don't think she was ready to sacrifice herself. Oh. History of the galaxy. Part 1 being the best. I don't want to cut in there, but tell me one of these stories. In a galaxy far, far away. Oh. Rush, I think that's a spoiler, bro. I've seen this one, bro. But you're not wrong, but yeah. He don't need a lightsaber no more. Maybe you should take a sleep. His spelling's awful. All right, then we hop in. That transition is like what the funnest transition I've seen. I will say, when we cut here, I was a little skeptical, like, no, don't waste my time in a cell. Don't waste my time in a cell with Sabine. But how Ray Park, and props to Ray. So sad he's gone. Rest in peace. But he leaves us with such a great performance that can be cherished and loved. Really thankful for that. But this interaction, you know, what's with this crappy spacing? We had a deal, and then the way Ray just looks at her and conveys so much. I kind of want to. Yeah, that look right there. Oh my gosh. Like, oh, if I'm Sabine, I'm so frustrated right now. It could mean a lot of things. I think Baylan genuinely wants to live to his promise, though. To some extent. And, you know, he does. He does fulfill this promise. But I think it was more so like there's a lot going through Baylan's head. He's probably worried that he can't even he doesn't know if he can fulfill that promise, you know? Love the lighting though. The cinematography was solid. Yeah. I was just getting like antsy, like I wanted to meet. Also, I gotta say, this episode 6 was the first I was late to. I had something going on. I started watching it like 15 minutes late, so I was just like, give me the money. Talks about the prisoner preparing to exit hyperspace. I was like, but then as they said preparing to exit hyperspace, I'm like, all right, nope, they're not messing around. We're getting right into it. No more bull crap. We're getting right on in. And I think it's really interesting too. We see this, but this interdimensional or intergalactic travel in hyperspace looks different than regular hyperspace. There's more going on. There's more colors. Obviously, like, it's a fully different way of traveling. This is Peridia, where the Night Sisters are from. My people were the first to harness and ride the creatures. So the Night Sisters rode the space wolves. So that must be how they got into our galaxy. In the days before time was counted. Let's move. I really like. It was crazy to like this stare right here, this shin stare. That's Sabine and Shin stare down. Oh my gosh, that it's so great. Rock pit spaghetti is amazing. What? I ain't ever hear that.
Show me the one whose safety deems such destruction.
My thoughts exactly. Baylan would have just killed her, or Shin would have killed her. It wouldn't have mattered. And if she had a shot, a map, I don't think she would have spread. Yeah, she was just gonna get killed. Like she's not Jedi. I don't think she's Jedi enough to just like let go. Like I'm gonna get rid of this map. Like no, she's definitely afraid. We emerge into this wasteland-looking place of Peridia. It's so creepy. It feels exactly like Mordor. Got a nice landing pad though, and immediately we get Night Sisters, and I don't know what kind of ritual they were doing, but it reeks of Jedi. Immediately they sniff out Sabine, and they're like, she waits in the dungeon. We ain't messing with this. And yeah, this part right here is just, that was a lot of fun. How they use whatever these are called to direct her. She doesn't really have a choice. And then the moment I knew this episode was gonna be peak, right here. And actually, I'm gonna grab a screenshot because I may make a video on this. But the moment I see this, I'm like, yo, we are not messing around. Oh, I just showed my file path. No need to hack me. We'll save that for later. Okay. Moving on. We get the. Are you kidding me? Like we get the wolves. Obviously, like they're howlers in this case, but they really look a lot like actual wolves in this. You know. But regardless, obviously we know what Dave Filoni is doing in a reference to Rebels. So where does this ship go? Is that Elsbeth? Is that Elsbeth going back to the Eye of Sion, or is she going to get Thrawn? I kind of forget. And then we get, there's so much, I can't believe how many different, there's like multiple, like 3 or 4 different dialogue scenes of Shin and Baylan. Usually we get like 1 an episode, or like maybe 2. And this is obviously a big part, so I'm really curious, what is going on Peridia? What power? What is calling to Baylan? And Shin is not a fan. And it looks so creepy, but also so gorgeous at the same time. Like their uniforms look great. I think they look best on this planet. Thanks for hanging out, Rushblade. See you around. What kind of horror movie would Shin fit in? Not sure. Like this is a long dialogue scene, no? Like a solid 3 minutes of dialogue between them. Sabine tries to use the Force, and I thought she had it. And then they play on something so good here, and we get the reveal of the Chimera. And look at how it's replaced with this metallic, this metal from this new galaxy, I believe. You know, this gold. We see a lot of it on the Eye of Sion. And then we get the zombie stormtroopers, and they're just chanting. What are they chanting? Where's my they're just chanting Thrawn, 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 and the music in this scene. Are you kidding me? what has just become a frightening reality. Enoch, captain of my guard. He's a little short for a stormtrooper, no? Yeah, the cheer. Where was it that I... Oh, yeah, it was the wolves scene for me, and that's why I knew the episode was going to be good. Like, right after they talk here. The wolves, right in that scene that I hovered on. I actually cheered in my apartment out loud to that. But are you kidding me? The motions that Thrawn makes... Lars as Thrawn, it's just so perfect. General Balin's skill. Dear Rushblade. Huang Gao, he the coolest of the rest of the troopers though. Yeah, certainly. Enoch is super cool. I'm really interested to see what's behind the mask. Thanks for popping by in the stream. Juan, well, welcome. During the scene of Sabine trying to use the Force, I was like, Ezra's probably the one opening the door. Then we have Thrawn's ship. That would be a wild twist. Not a part of the Jedi Order. Thrawn asks about Shin and Balin, like, what do they want? And he can just tell that they're lying. Like, they're looking for more than just helping out. Obviously, Thrawn knows who Sabine is from Rebels. He's gonna let her get suited up to go find Ezra because from his perspective, it doesn't matter. But we do see a bit of a nervous Thrawn later on when Elsbeth asks if they should send more troopers to assist him. Roman funeral mask. But she starts sprinting out. She's on a fool's errand. You get the bandit fight. She loses her finding or her like receiver, which I don't know. Like they had coordinates of Ezra that they mentioned. Which if they had coordinates of Ezra, I'm just curious as to why they didn't pursue him. Like what's out there in this planet that's so dangerous that they just don't mess around on? Like, why was Thrawn not on this planet? All right, the loading of the ship. So this is kind of the X factor between the next two episodes. The limiting factor of why Thrawn can't just leave right now is because the Night Sisters have resurrected his troops for him. Thrawn has to do a favor by putting this shipment onto his ship to bring it with him to the new galaxy. Now, what this is, my prediction is that it's actual corpses of Night Sister bodies, and they need them, and they like control the bodies that are in it. Justin from Stay in Target, I had a good conversation with him yesterday. He was saying like, it's like the actual stormtrooper bodies themselves, they're actual corpses, which is like, I think that's what he said, but I could see either of those being like, or just more Night Sisters in general. It'd be a ton of fun. Gun Admiral, the mercenaries have departed. They're like, good, don't care about them. The same can be said of your two mercenaries. Like, Thrawn is not messing around. This Thrawn, he doesn't care about his comrades. He wants to win, and he is never losing again. This is his mindset. I took one loss, and I will never lose again. You know, I'm not messing around. I'm not waiting on any excuses. We get a fun, Star Wars-y scene. Like, in a lot of films, we get this where, like, you go that way, and the Howler does not want to do that. Then they run into the turtle people. Little shame Thrawn don't look much like a fighter like he did on Ramos from Rebels. Well, he's just so old now. You gotta think, like, not even just the actor. The actor's, getting up there. Lars is getting up there. But he's old in the Star Wars universe, too, though. Yeah, Thrawn will not lose. He's all strategy. That's his true danger. And what Thrawn can just sense in the books, there's so much going on. He can sense people's, like, body heat if they're lying. Like, he obviously knew. That's probably why he didn't care about Shin and Balin, because he knew they were lying. He's straight to business, but when Balin was asked, why are you here, blah, 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 Thrawn knew that something was up, and he doesn't trust them. Ezra Bidger, he's my friend. They can't really understand each other. Sabine and them, they work out. They understand emotions, though, and then there's that rebel symbol. more dialogue with Shin and Balin, which is great. I see what once was the great Witch Kingdom of Dathomir. Witch Kingdom, I see Witch King, and I just think, I just immediately think Lord of the Rings. But the enemy of our enemy is our friend, for now. There that line is. The turtle people village. We've got the Howler who's licking his chops every time he gets a chance. Then we get peak reveal, and how they do this too, how like just like spins around. Cinematography is perfect. I like this casual interaction between them. And then it gets serious, and we get the hug. It's just so heartfelt. Great to see. But let's not talk about this right now. It's kind of like, there is a parallel between Bo Din when Mando falls in the Great Live. And Bo-Katan rescues him. She sees the mythosaur. And then she asks Din if he saw it, and she says, "Oh no, like, huh? What are you or like if you saw anything?" And Bo-Katan withholds the truth. It's kind of similar here. Both the girls in this case withholding the truth a little bit. That's could cause a little conflict, but it could push Ezra being if that is a thing. Yeah, and Emin Esfandi, he's so perfect looking. I mean, he looks exactly like Ezra's dad too. Is great, you know, because Ezra's all grown up. After all, death and resurrection are common deceptions. We cut back to Thrawn, played out by both Night Sisters and Jedi. And we cut out. There's going to be some more magic going on. Yeah, she's just so happy to see Ezra finally. But yeah, then we cut out with that cliffhanger. Like Thrawn's got some other bad mojo baby going on. But I'm gonna hang out in the chat a little bit longer with y'all. Any last predictions? I guess will Sabine and Ezra team up with Shin and Balin? Or are we actually gonna get a fight, or will it be a combo? What are those? What is Thrawn loading up on a ship? Is there being for the win? Yeah, it's been a super long day. I'm probably gonna be calling it a little early here, guys. But we'll be live next week, Thursday, 8 p.m. CST, and that's gonna be the biggest Bismo show, maybe potentially yet, because it's gonna be between episodes 7 and 8. So final speculations of the finale of Ahsoka. You won't want to miss it. I kind of want to try to line up if I can get multiple guests on. Potentially. I don't want to make any promises, but it's going to be a fun stream regardless. Going to be making those final predictions, so make sure to be there. Let's read some of the chat first before we get on out here. Get a backstory of how he survived. Yeah, we want to see that. What were Thrawn and Ezra doing all that time? Appreciate the love in the chat, by the way. Icy Stormy, whatever happens, I just hope Captain Enoch doesn't get Captain Fastbud. They don't mess up the runtimes. Yeah, hopefully we get a little bit beater, a little bit of action-packed fun. Fury Allen says, I feel like Ezra versus Balin and Sabine and Shin, and then they team up. So they'll fight and then team up. Yeah. Maybe they realize, like, you know, they're about to leave. Yeah, some more Captain Enoch information would be really cool. Is he like force sensitive? What makes him special at Thrawn? Grand Admiral Thrawn selected him to be the captain of his guard, of his zombie guard. But that's gonna wrap it up for this stream. We'll be live again next week, Thursday, 8 p.m. CST, same time as always. Thanks for hanging out. It was fun, and yeah, so pumped for Tuesday. I'll try to get videos up if I can, because there's more I want to break down and talk about. Just been super busy. I just wanted to say I appreciate y'all, and just happy for the fans and everyone else that we get this treat that Dave Filoni cooked up. And yeah, just hope you have a great rest of the day, rest of the evening, night, whenever you listen to this. Appreciate y'all. And yeah, I'll see you next time. See ya, Kiri. The power Balin was searching for. That's another great thing. Thanks, Icy. Thanks, Dan. Thanks, everyone else that swung by. Yeah. Peace. Have a good one.